Hello, welcome back. I'm Statman Dave. Today we're going to be talking about why there is so much more to come from Casemiro at Manchester United. But before we dive in, a massive thank you to all you wonderful people. 300,000 subscribers! Who would have thought a man with some pen and paper would be here right now? But thanks to all you wonderful people. You're the reason why we are here. But anyway, let's get this party started. Against Everton, Casemiro started alongside Christian Eriksen in a double pivot, and we saw the absolute best and worst of the Brazilian. In terms of the positives, Casemiro is the best defensive midfielder at the club by a long way, and it showed in this game. He constantly supported the fullbacks, which stopped Everton wingers from cutting inside and helped protect the heart of Manchester United's defence. But most importantly, he was an extremely active defender. When he'd step out of shape, Casemiro would decisively try and win the ball back, as he properly committed to his challenges. This saw Casemiro win the most duels of any player on the pitch, and he provided real aggression in United's midfield. However, this also made United more dangerous in attack. There were a number of occasions when United lost the ball during attack, but Casemiro would jump to make a tackle, recovering possession and leading to a big chance for Manchester United. In this game, Casemiro won the ball 4 times, which directly led to dangerous counter-attacking situations for Manchester United. Once on the 35th minute from a header, another on the 36th minute, Bruno's goal that was ruled out for offside, Ronaldo's winner on the 43rd minute, and the fourth came on the 48th minute when Casemiro tackled Onana on the halfway, leading to a 4-on-4. This kind of counter-pressing is one of the biggest areas where United need to improve. Casemiro's introduction has already helped towards this. United's 2-1 win over Everton saw them have the most successful pressures and their best pressing success rate. It also was the first and only game that Casemiro started in the Premier League this season. But whilst Casemiro was excellent without the ball, he could definitely improve in possession. And his last 2 starts, Casemiro has made more challenges than any other Manchester United player, but he's lost possession 36 times in that period. Not exactly what you want from your defensive midfielder in a possession-based side. That being said, he did show his quality. While playing as a solo 6, he'd create a diamond with the centre-backs and the goalkeeper. Casemiro would also protect the ball well, which would allow him to hold off the pressure and move the ball on. This is something that has solely been lacking from Man United in this position. Players often taking too many touches or getting physically dominated and dispossessed. We saw this in the 4-0 defeat to Brentford, when Eriksen's pass was blocked, leading to Brentford's second goal of the game. If Casemiro was in that position, he holds off Jensen and United don't concede that specific goal. He's also very tactically intelligent and a natural number 6. He'd use his movement to create space for the centre-backs, often moving into a progressive passing option, but away from the other centre-back, opening up the other side of the pitch for Manchester United. Casemiro was also good when he wasn't the deepest midfielder, which is a good sign for the future. Ten Hag's Ajax used a lot of positional rotation to create unpredictable attacks, and Casemiro's ability to join the attack suggests he could be useful if we see this evolution. On the 41st minute, we saw Casemiro venturing forward, Dalot passing inside to Eriksen, but instead of holding his position, Casemiro moves ahead of the play, and in between Everton's midfielders, creating an easy pass for Eriksen to progress the play. Casemiro then quickly shifts the ball wide with a good pass to Rashford, but again he shows his tactical intelligence, joining the front 5, just as Eriksen would, and getting into the box. Rashford spots his movement and picks the unmarked Casemiro out with a great cross, but the Brazilian heads wide from 10 yards. But there were problems. Casemiro has lost possession on average 19.4 times per 90 in the Premier League this season. To put that into perspective, Partey has lost possession 10.9 times, Fabinho 9.6 times, and Rodri 8.8 times. Obviously, a very small sample size will skew this, and Casemiro will improve with match sharpness, but it highlights a potential problem. At times against Everton, Casemiro was too slow on the ball, but the biggest concern was his forward passing. He completed just 17 of his 30 forward passes against the Toffees and misplaced 6 forward passes in his own defensive third, which put pressure on United. However, a lot of Casemiro's problems in possession could have been avoided with a better structure from United as a whole. What Casemiro did so well at Real Madrid was keep his passing short and simple, usually just looking for the likes of Toni Kroos or Luka Modric, who would progress the play. He was also playing in a very settled side and an excellent understanding of the system. All of this is not apparent at Manchester United. Ten Hag is at the very start of imprinting his style and system onto the team, and Casemiro hasn't been at the club long, so there will be a big adjustment period. But in the meantime, Casemiro should focus on ball retention, not penetration. At the minute, he's trying to do too much when he's got good progressors around him. Whilst not at the level of Toni Kroos, Lisandro Martinez is always in the same left half position and is a very capable passer. I've got no doubt that Casemiro can play more expansive, but for now he needs to keep his passing short and simple so he can find his feet. It will also allow Ten Hag to improve and tweak his system if Manchester United can retain and dominate possession, something that has to happen. As much as Casemiro was a player caught in possession for the Iwobi goal, it was United's structure that was ultimately at fault. We start with Pickford in possession as United press high up the pitch. Initially, this is a problem as their shape is far too open and stretched. Pickford exploits this by going long, and United recover possession thanks to Lowe and Casemiro. At this point, Christian Eriksen has reacted like an attacking midfielder and doesn't move into a central position to support the ball in possession, or to provide cover if Everton win the ball back. Unfortunately, the latter happens as Onana does really well to step on to Casemiro before Antony even passes the ball to him. Even if Onana wasn't as quickly to jump, Casemiro has no simple passing options. Antony is cut off, Delo is covered by Mykolenko, and Lindelof is cover shadowed by Gray. And you've also got Mope who's covering the pass to Martinez or Eriksen, making those two balls extremely risky. If Eriksen was 20 yards closer to Casemiro in a support position, this pass becomes a simple out ball, which takes 4 Everton players around the ball out of the next passage of play and could lead to a 1v1 for United's wingers. Instead, Casemiro has nothing on, is dispossessed, but as Gray breaks, United actually have 5 players in defensive positions that aren't in bad positions, but there's little pressure on the ball for Christian Eriksen, and Alex Iwobi picks out the top corner. A more refined structure will come with time, but until then, Casemiro should stick to what he does best, playing short and simple passes to the likes of Lisandro Martinez and destroying opponents with challenges. This is exactly what he did for Ronaldo's winner. United recover the ball on the right-hand side with Eriksen. Eriksen finds Delo, who finds Casemiro, who resets the play by passing to De Gea. De Gea, who had a very good game and showed massive improvements in almost every area of goalkeeping, spots that Everton have committed 6 bodies to the press and fires the ball wide to Luke Shaw. Shaw plays it down the line to Rashford, who drops it inside to Casemiro. Casemiro tries to find Bruno Fernandes, which is the right pass, but he plays it with the wrong foot, using the outside of his right instead of the instep of his left. He skews the pass, Iwobi recovers, but Casemiro makes amends, tackling Iwobi with one touch and releasing Ronaldo into 40 yards of space with another, allowing the Portuguese icon to score his 700th club goal. As much as this was a good pass down the line, it was a fairly simple one for a player of Casemiro's ability. And if he can do this as much as possible, as well as retaining the ball, United will be a much better side. So how can United help Casemiro to improve? First, he will get better with more game time, adapting to the intensity of the Premier League, and especially to Ten Hag's system. Let's not forget, Casemiro wasn't a Ten Hag signing, he wanted Frankie de Jong. Casemiro also needs to simplify his passing game in his own third, playing short and simple passes to the best progressors rather than trying to go direct. But United can help him out by improving their own structure. United's average positions against Everton, as well shown by SofaScore, really highlighted how skewed United's structure is to the left and how isolated Antony is. By switching to a 4-3-3, Ten Hag could force Bruno into an inside right position and balance the attack, whilst encouraging Eriksen to help with the progression. Alternatively, in a 4-2-3-1, Diogo Delo could be allowed to move into the inside right position by forcing Eriksen to stay deep and playmake alongside Casemiro. Or Ten Hag could simply swap Eriksen and Casemiro, allowing Bruno to naturally drift left and Eriksen to play from the inside right, the same position that he thrived in for Spurs. And finally, Ten Hag could play the best left-footed Brazilian central midfielder alongside his compatriot, playing a natural number 8 and a number 6 in their preferred roles. But for all the criticism, I'm not concerned about Casemiro. Once he's adapted to the league and the squad understands Ten Hag's system, we'll see the best of Manchester United. But anyway guys, what do you think? Do Manchester United need to help Casemiro, or is he just settling in? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for the 300,000 subscribers. Let's get this party started. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, why not check out some more content on the Statman Dave YouTube channel.